Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com here with your Monday market webcast. Okay, so we traded as low as 23.80 on Friday. We had a big ramp into the close on Friday. They cut 100 basis points before the open, and that basically took us straight to limit down at 25.55 half, and we've been hanging out there all night. Look, there's no doubt in my mind that when they open this thing at 9:30, we are going to be open, go -7, and then they're going to go ahead and halt it again for 15 minutes. If it wasn't going to do that, we wouldn't be halted right now. So the issue becomes, do we get to the 13 and do we get to the 20? You know, everything's on the table today. Everything from, you could have another 9-10% or worse day to the point where with the rate cut and everything, they come in and buy. And if you flip on Twitter, you get everything from, the rally to the end of times. I tend to just kind of hang around and wait and see what price is going to do. We haven't maybe we already have, and we don't know that we have because it's not open. Can we test the December 2018 lows and then figure out if the world's going to end or not? And, let's understand that the world's really not going to end. I mean, look, we're about to take a 2-3 month hit to a lot of industries, but then, things come back. So it's very much up in the air what's going to happen from here. We've come off a big high. We've taken 1,000 and change off of the tape in basically not even a month. So this is the pullback that everybody's wanted. It's turned into a bear market, at least officially. If we're still in this kind of a situation in a month, then I think you've got a bear market at least into the summer. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I have all the answers. My problem with a lot of what's going on out there is people are pretending like they have all the answers when it comes to the markets. And unlike a lot of other people out there, I'm not a doctor. Okay? I'm not an infectious disease specialist. I didn't stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night, so I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm not going to pretend that I do know what's going to happen. I know that we are limit down. I know that we're halted. I know that we're going to open up and probably go 7 down, and then we'll have to see if it stabilizes at that point like it did last week, or whether there wants to be more liquidation. People are nervous about all the profits they've made over the last however many years, and so they're taking them off. It's as simple as that. It really is. Hourly chart. You can see the band ride. The lower band's 24.60. Chances are we'll open up, engage with that. We're pretty close to that. But, they got price back inside the bands there on Friday. They took a little bit of it off. I think a test of 24.60 is going to be pretty telling. Test of 23.80 is going to be pretty telling. And then, you've got the December lows down in the 23 low to mid 23s, and that's going to be important too. There will be violent rallies that come along with this because that's just the way markets work. And you'll have to see just how much they can convince the bears to cover. My concern is people getting too beared up, just like my concern was always people getting too bulled up and getting caught out over the tips of their skis. If you want to know what that looks like, that's everybody who was assuming that when Trump came out and spoke at the end of the day on Friday that it was going to be some cataclysmic market event. They all got smoked, and we headed up towards 2,700. So be careful. Watch price, react as it goes, and you'll be much better off than making assumptions about what's going to happen. So for the open, every time we have done one of these limit down deals, I take a very backed off approach. Okay, we'll see how it opens. We'll see what it does. Friday was a huge day for us. I didn't go back and look in the annals of Princeton Trader history, but it might have been the biggest day we've ever had. Last week was the biggest week we've ever had, and we're already having the biggest month. That's not a byproduct of me. It's the fact that we've protected risk as a byproduct of the things that we have put into place over the course of many years. But it's just a byproduct of a whole lot of volatility. That said, there have been some huge moves in this market that we have totally sat out. And the next one is going to be what happens off the open here. You're better off getting out of the way of that stuff when price discovery is iffy at best, and your platform is probably iffy at best, waiting for things to calm down and settle down, and then you can catch some moves. Do the markets stay open? Do the markets close? Do the markets, do they stay open or do they close? I don't know. There's this, taking a couple days. It's interesting because March has no holidays, and it's a month that's got, basically 22 straight trading days in it. I'll leave that up to people that make the decisions. There's pros and cons either way. I'm sure everybody on Twitter has an opinion. But we'll take it all as it comes. I wouldn't read too much in it one way or the other. If they're closing things down because of the virus, the practicality is they would have to close the floor as well. So the practicality of it, I get. That's, for me, is a reasonable reason to open the markets. Just because it's going down is not. Markets go up, markets go down. They're supposed to do both. That just hasn't been happening lately. And you have this entire legion of trader. If you started trading in 2010, you don't really know what a down market is. And, there's a lot of people that are getting super duper excited about, the market's going down. Yeah, that's what happens sometimes. Sometimes there's bad times, sometimes there's good times, and you just gotta, you gotta take the good with the bad. It's, it is what it is. So, be careful trading this when it opens. I have no doubt we'll go 7 down, and then we'll be out for 15 minutes. They'll turn it back on probably around 9:45, 9:50. At that point, then we really see what it wants to do. Does it go straight to 13, or does it want to find its feet somewhere and trade? We'll go from there. All right. Everybody have a great day. Trade them well. Be safe. I'll catch you tomorrow. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princeton Trader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.